Hitem3D just released a big updates and new tools. They already was a little bit ahead of the competitions, and this has even put them more far apart. So let me go over and show what has changed. They introduced new model 2.0. In previous 1.0, if you remember, we have these options on different resolutions. In 2.0, they offer only two different resolutions, Pro and normal mode, which is provide quite a bit high resolution, but it's not just the resolution of the mesh, it's also how the image processes and convert inside from 2D to 3D. Here's a model, it's loaded as a 2D image, and you can see that is a back not visible. We just have it kind of coming from a stem type. So what we want to do, it is 2D to 3D needed. Actually generate that 3D. It's need to analyze what model of the style, lines, everything. And if we going and can turn around, you can see it is perform very well. Matching services, and look on this line. This is totally invisible and it's completely match with style of our characters. The ears right there with no visible ears on the side, if you can see, it's right here. So it did perform analysis and says, okay, we need to put this type of the ear, not just different one, same type on the other side. So it actually, AI did perform quite a bit well on analyzing and creating. Or here's another example, same, if we look on model, look on details right there on her stockings. This is very nicely done, very good details. And the same on the back, even with a hair, on the bottom here, you can see it does perform. So the models, what they're using it pre-trained, it's very impressive with high resolution and details. And of course, you still can use it multi-view, different images to make it even better. Well, let's look a little bit on the texturing, what is provided. And the texturing compared to other models, it does have a very nice effect. So it does create true PBR materials, and we can export. Look on this quality. This right here, this tool, when I tried in different 3D applications, they never can make properly. Here is the angle is good. I mean, it's 100% ready out of this print. And speak about print, you'll notice they also added options, which already was exist in some other services, but here we can send directly to the different slicers or different printers out of here, which is, I think it's kind of very useful and nice to connect all of them together. And of course, on this downloaded USDZ was added as well. And as we look below, you can see segmentation there, and I will point this in a second what it does, but just also you can access directly from here. It's a new in a portrait mode, 2.1, which have it natural poses and postures. So let's go on my history, and you'll notice right there, I have several different portraits. I just was trying around, and it's incredible. If you look compared to mine, it's look like me. Look on this wrinkles. I mean, I'm really impressed and surprised how well it did. Okay, and we'll look a little bit more on the texture. Let's go on white diffusion. Look on this. It's a perfect, it's almost like a ZBrush. I mean, seriously, this quality of the details in the texture usually used in ZBrush, but this is gone and created directly by the portraits inside the application. So this is quite a bit impressive. Well, besides create fun with portraits, another interesting thing they added, and I did not see this in different services, it is 3D relief. Take your image and you kind of uploaded image and it's creating this relief. So you can use it this later if you want in a metal engraving, wood burning, or just even print like a flat elements, and you can put it anywhere. And right here you can actually turn and create even curve, like maybe you want to do a bracelet, or you want to do a cover for your water bottle, or just a simple like this effect. I mean, this is kind of very clever. And I do like how they reflect how this went relief. It's already, start idea coming up. And this is great. The same things, you can export as STL, and you can just print this out. All these post-processing options make it even nicer to adjust the surface. I did mention about segmentation. What a segmentation does, it take your object and split all those components. Other one application done before, but I try to use it for the texturing, everything, but honestly, it was so bad, I'm just give up on this. So when they start and I saw segmentation come up here, I was kind of a little bit skeptical. Right here, example, this is, you can see it's the reference image. So this is kind of like transformer we created. And if we're going on segmentation, you have several options. You have a beginner mode, which is just do all automatic, or you can go in professional. Professional mode allowed you to use the additional tool like a slicer or a lasso to create and select specific areas. Beginner, generate, and it will create amount of detalizations. Professional mode, I'll just select here and we'll go ahead, click create mask for the professional mode. And you can see right here, it's have a great split. It's already separate for us, arm, legs, head, body. If you go with more detalization like medium, it will have the wrists. So it's add element, but it is separating very well and it's on a very decent quality. Next, if you want it, of course, you can select lasso and you can go with lasso and select like additional elements like separating eyes, arms, hands, whatever you prefer. This mode, however, it is right now in a beta and you can see it's a 0 credit, so you can use it. But I think you need to have the pro level at least to access these beta features so you can play with them. Let's look what's happening when your segmentation is done. Like for example, in these characters, you can see right here segmentation is done. On the side, we have different parts and those parts are actually separated. So we can remove it. Look on this, it just separate itself, the base, so we can change. Segmentation is nice when you do animations or you do different texturing, or maybe you want to print them differently. So it's kind of separate mesh. After this, you can take in different, even 3D like Blender and work there to perform more mesh optimizations or even change some of those parts. And generally, if we look right here, it's quite a bit clean. This is what impressed me because I remember in other ones when I did a segmentation, they kind of start floating over sometimes pieces. Here, when I look on this, it's actually quite a bit clean lines. It's still be, keep in mind, it's still be in beta, so it will be make even better in the future. But even in this phase in the beta, it's actually did quite a bit nice. This is full automated. This is I did not do lasso on this or anything. What you see right here, it's whatever the AI decide to segment. Obviously, some of them can be merged together, but I think this was on the highest level, and we can see on highest level it decide for some reason like separating hair, some skin, and other details. Add also plugin with Blender, and you can watch my other video how to utilize and using directly connect from Hitem to Blender. Have it API or different library. They can call from your different applications. Like for example, I built some other applications that, or even Comp UI that can go directly to the Hitem generate model and bring back in your environment. For this, you actually need to use it API. Generally, when you use the API, you buy credits and those calls process it. Here's a big problem with almost every service that I used before with utilizing API. I, for some reason, send and something break or other things, my model get lost. So it's meaning all of those credits I just spent, they're lost. So and this is kind of was confusing for me. What I noticed they changed, and it was a little bit silent change, but it's big plus about this. You'll notice right here, you have actually see what image you send, and you can also see the model here. So if for some reason fail, you still have access to all of your models generated and all information. I mean, this is a huge plus. I mean, I was looking for this in other ones for a long time, and I'm glad that they added this element inside here. Well, let's look a little bit closer on some mesh in the end of what is created, and you can see it did perform not bad. It does utilize more dense mesh in a place where we need it, like angles or right here with more details, and overall it's great, not bad mesh. Of course, if you want to clean up or readjust this mesh, you can import inside the Blender and just run several passes there. I have a very good video about this, so be sure to check this, how to work and clean up 3D generated models like in Hitem inside the Blender. Thank you for watching this video. All links will be down below in the description, so you can try for yourself. I want to say special thanks to Hitem for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.